Welcome back, team. Now, so far we understand the provisioning a virtual machine and attaching a disk to that and passing the variables by using a variables.tf and passing the different values with respect to the different types of TFS, right? So now we need to understand furthermore another interesting fact here. So which is, for example, when you go for the Flexi servers team. Let's go there and provision a Flexi server here, okay? For example, now you just go back here, your Terraform documentation as usual. You just go for Azure Postgres Flexi, okay? Postgres Flexi server database. Generally, you just go for the Postgres Flexi server database. So this is the Azure Postgres Flexi server database, which you are seeing. And if you see this one team, you are seeing a resource group, Postgres Flexi server database, or some other database. This is server database configuration, which you are seeing at the moment, some server ID or something. And if I ask you, hey, I need a Postgres flexible server, right? Sorry, this is the right one. I think we have seen at the wrong side. See, if you see this particular thing, this is a resource group, this is the virtual network, this is a subnet, this is the private DNS zone, this is a private DNS zone virtual network link, and followed by the Flexi server or something, right? Some list of things which you are seeing. See, team, if you copy everything to your main.tf again, here already few things are there as part of your virtual machine. And you already decided where exactly your virtual machine needs to be deployed, right? You already decided. But on top of it, if you go there and use this particular thing, you don't know how exactly you need to place it, to be frank. For example, this is the one you are planning to use for your Postgres database. But the resource RM subnet is already there, no? It's already there. If you go there here, team, if you go there to your main.tf, if you just come to the virtual network section, see, this is already there. Azure RM subnet is already there. This is the address prefix which you are using for the virtual machine. But again, you need to place one more resource, Azure RM VNet. Definitely, it is wrong. It will throw another for you. So meaning that you're already using a resource called Azure RM subnet. Again, you are trying to use the same thing. So it is necessary for us to split our modules, okay, accordingly. For example, in some cases, okay. For example, if the single one is okay, if you want to use VM, okay, that's fine, not an issue. But if, for example, you want to merge this one with the database, then the issue will come. Okay, issue will come because you're already using this particular subnet only for the virtual machine. Again, you need to use the same subnet at this particular resource module. That's definitely it will not allow. Okay, then what should we do? That's where exactly we need to create a specific modules. We need to create specific modules team. For example, I'm just keeping this section as it is. On top of it, I'm going to create under your folder. I'm creating one folder called modules. Okay, I'm creating a modules folder team. Under the modules, I'm going to create first module. I'm creating with PostgresDB. Okay, for example, I'm creating a PostgresDB. This is the first module. You know, the first PostgresDB is the first module. For example, if you come back here, team, and this is what exactly the code you are referring for the Postgres, but this is not for only for Postgres. No, you are seeing some other resources also. For example, Azure RM. This is the common thing. Anyway, must will be there because without this, it's impossible to execute. Resource group. Okay, this is a common thing. Virtual network is a common thing, and also subnet is a separate service, right? This is a separate service. This is a separate service. Of course, you are using, but it's a separate service. If you see the flexible server, this is the key thing for your flexible server. Agree? This is exactly the code exactly you are referring when it comes to the Azure Postgres flexible server team. Please copy this code and just go back to your module section. There you create. There under the modules you already created the Postgres, right? Under the Postgres you create a main.tf. Okay, I'm creating main.tf. Okay. Sorry, main.tf. I'm just creating the main.tf team. Just rename this particular part. I'm just creating the main.tf. Now, coming to the main.tf team, what it is talking about, what are the things you are seeing on the screen, I'm just copying only for this particular section only because this section, this section is really important for me. That's why I'm just copying. I will create another separate modules for remaining things. Okay, that is what exactly I will do. Copy this one and just go back here, team. There you just go to here, virtual machine. So especially if you come the virtual machine main.tf, I'm just pasting the code. That's awesome. But At the same time, I want to keep the variables also for this one. Okay, just please create another folder, another line called variables.ef. Okay, variables.ef. Okay, that's the thing exactly you created, variables.ef. And another one you can just create one. Another one is output.ef also. There is an important fact on the output.ef. Output.ef. Okay, this one also. For example, if you want to use the outcome of the Postgres database in app service, sometimes we may need to use, right? You need to use the Postgres server endpoint in the app service. So in that case, the output is the one exactly will help you to integrate between the modules team. If you want to make an integration between the modules, for example, if you see in this particular Terraform script also, there you are seeing the flexible server, there you are seeing the private DNS. I need to integrate these two. If I need to integrate these two, obviously I need to use some output. Okay, output of the private DNS I will use here. That's what exactly I will go. So for example, if you see private DNS zone ID, this is required to provision a flexi server. So this is nothing but an output of this particular private DNS zone tip. That's the point you need to keep in your mind. Okay, the outputs are really helpful to just make an integration between the modules. All right. Okay, I just pasted the Postgres flexi server, but I need to fulfill properly. For example, whatever the main.ef you're seeing, I don't want to keep something like this. I just want to keep everything outside. So to do that, you just go to the variables.ef, and you just come here. Coming to the variables.ef, we already prepared just no variables, right? I'm just copying something out of it. I'll just rename these things. Okay, you just go there. Go to the variables. I'm just pasting here. This is the thing exactly I'm just keeping. Firstly, let's go and fill one by one. For example, main.ef. This is what exactly Postgres database name. Okay, I'm just coming here. Just cut this one. Where.db name. For example, that's the name exactly I'm just planning to give. You just come here. You just give this particular DB name. I'm just defining the DB name. Okay. Yeah, DB name, and for that one you just go there and just replace that particular value from something like this. Okay, you just need to pass something like this. Okay, just a moment. I think two times the code's been placed. Okay, all right, or something like this. The next one, what is the next important variable? So let's keep this particular thing at the right side, and we'll play something whatever we did just before. Okay, so that would be very easy. Okay, I'm just coming here, or let me just zoom out. Okay, all right, so fine. So the firstly team, I think so that is the next one is the resource group name. Okay, then you just come here, then you, instead of location is anywhere required, so that's why I'm just copying this one. I'm just pasting over there. You need to the RG name. Okay, I'm just giving the name as RG name, and you need to pass an RG. I'm just passing RG hyphen dev hyphen 324 or something like that. That's the resource group exactly. Copy this particular part, and you just come back here, and you just come here. Just forget about everything. Okay, you just follow me. Okay, I'm just placing everything. I'm getting everything from variables. That's what exactly I'm trying for. Then in location, I think location is already sitting here. That's very easy. Just remove this particular part and just keep var.location. Alright, what is the next one is the version which you are seeing. I think I just want to keep the version as it is. Otherwise, you can, if you remove the version also, nothing will happen because it will take the default version. If you remove this one, it will take the default version. Okay, how do we know whether we can keep it or not? You go to the documentation. The documentation will tell you about that one. Okay, I'm just keeping the version. I'm just going there. Yeah, see, version is an optional. Okay, the version of the Postgres flexi server to use, possible values 11, 12 required when create mode is default. Okay, so I'm not carrying this one. So this is what the default value. I'm just recommending you to pick it up. So that's why I'm just ignoring this one. Okay, the next one is the delegated subnet ID. Very interesting one. Okay, when it comes to the delegated subnet ID, there you are seeing, right, Azure RM example ID. So delegated subnet ID is the one which it should get this one specially from the another module, right? Another module. But at the moment, I'm just simply passing this one also a variable. Okay, for example, var.delegated subnet ID. Same values only we will use, so that it will be very easy for us also to refer. Okay, instead of the disk size, because it's related to the database, right? So you don't need to keep this particular thing. I'm just keeping this one out in delegated subnet ID. I'm just keeping this particular thing as a string, and you can keep this particular value, right? So default value, if you want, you can pass. For example, I'm doing one more activity team. Okay, I'm removing the default values. You know what will happen? Finally, I will pass these values from TFS. Okay, I'm removing this one. Okay, so when you try to execute this main.tf, it will refer the variables, it understand you define the value, you define the variables, but there is no value. Then it will ask you to key in. I will show that one also. Wait for a while. Okay. Now I'm just removing these things from all. Alright. So what is the next one, Tim? I'm just keeping this one here. The next one here is the private DNS zone ID. I'm just copying the private DNS zone ID. The next important thing. Okay. I'm just keeping this particular thing also as it is. Okay. I'm not carrying the description stream. You can fill it later. Okay. Not an issue. I'm just going for the next value. Okay. What is the next value? Is the administrative. Let's fill this one. Okay. You just come here, there. I'm just going there. What is that? Private DNS zone ID. Okay. Okay. I'm just selecting the private DNS zone ID. That's awesome. Okay. Once this is done, the next go for the administrator login. So that's the thing exactly. You can refer this particular thing. You just go here I'll use the same name. That would be the best case which you can think about also. Copy that. Just come here. It is just telling you haven't defined. Okay. You just delete this particular part and you just come here administrator login. You just come here, remove this one and just paste over there. That's it. What is the next one? If the administrator password, there you are seeing the next important thing. Just copy this and just paste over there. There you are seeing administrator password. Okay. Just copy this particular administrator password. I'm just coming here, administrator password, and here also you can pass this particular thing. Just administrator password. Okay, awesome. The next one is the zone. It's where exactly you want to deploy your PostgreSQL. That's what exactly zone is talking about. Copy this one and just come back here and just place here. There you can go for this particular thing. There I'm just keeping zone and just this is a string. That's fine. And you can give this particular thing as a var.zone. Okay. Or something like that. All right, and this is the storage. I think if you want, you can talk about this one. I think which is 3276 MB. I think you can talk about this one also, storage MB. Okay, you just come here. There I'm just going there. I'm just copying this particular value and just paste over there. There I'm just copying this particular storage underscore MB. Copy this one, storage underscore MB, and you can come here var.storage underscore MB. Okay, as it is. That's fine. What is the next one? SKU name. I think you can control still this one also. Okay, just copy this particular SKU name. I think this particular thing, and just copy this particular SKU name here and just come here and just replace this particular thing. Oh, that is fine. And you just come back here, Tim, and var.SKU name. Okay, that's fine. Okay, what is the last one? Depends on Azure RM private DNS. Okay, this is not really required because you are isolating your modules already. Okay, at the moment I'm just taking this particular part out. Okay, because you are not really caring this one. Okay, you are not really caring this one. Because you are separating your modules already. Okay, if you are keeping everything in one place, this is really important. But I'm not keeping everything in one place. If you keep something like this thing, if you refer this example, see everything in one place. So there is a dependency. This is really needed because you want to control. First it should go, then only I want to go. But our case is little different. I'm not even caring that because I'm not keeping everything in one place. This is only for database. Only for database team. Okay. So you can right click on this, you can just click on the format document. That is also fine. It will make it very clean. All right, that's good. See, nothing is hard coded here. Everything is parameterized and everything, even I don't define everything in the variables also. I just mentioned these values are already, these variables are declared. That's the thing exactly I proved. That's good. So this is one module which we just proved. That's okay. For example, you may want to see or something like that. Okay. I'm just going for the next one, and you can see the data resources also, which will tell you about what exact. Just a second. I'm dismissing this one. And go for the data resources. Data resources will tell you what exactly your output value. For example, I'm just copying this output value. What is the exactly the advantage of this particular thing? Okay, I'm just copying one of the output from here. The data resources is the one will be helpful for you. If your database is already exist, you want to interact with that. So if an existing component, you want to interact with this, but that is not by you. Example, if that is not by you, obviously you need to refer it. For example, let me give one real-time example. Let's consider you have a API management. Okay, API management is the one where you can host all your APIs or Kubernetes cluster, but you want to change something on top of it. Okay, some configuration change. Those things every time you need to move to the production recursively, maybe every month or every 2 weeks. So this is again a trouble for you. You know why? Because every time you need to go there and you need to do it manually, right? So instead of that, if you could refer that existing API by using Terraform, with the help of data resources. That's easy for you to submit the changes from dev, SIT, pre-prod and production. When it comes to infrastructure as a code, that's very easy for you to just make that deployment a very smooth team. Okay, you can easily do that. Okay, so that's where exactly the data resources, each and every component has the data resources. If you see this data resources, see it is telling existing Postgres database name and the resource. This is the resource group name exactly they're talking about. If you have already existing components, you can simply refer like this. That's the easiest technique which you can keep in your mind. And there is an output. I think this is an output which you can use in your case also. For example, I'm just going here and we have output.tf, right? Just come here, just paste over there output.tf. If you come to the output.tf, it will refer exactly the same thing, whatever you are just trying to print it. For example, data dot, okay, let's see, sorry, it's not data actually. Just come here, just keep this one. Is it the correct name or not? Azure PostgreSQL Flexible Server. Azure PostgreSQL Flexible Server dot example. Yes, correct. Dot example, correct. Dot ID. Yes. Once your Postgres database created, you are getting that ID. You are getting the Postgres ID. See, in Azure Cloud, not only Azure Cloud, any cloud environment, usually you can see the resource ID stream. The IDs will be generated once the component is being provisioned. Then only you can see the ID. Okay. Perfectly good team. So this is what about the Postgres database. Okay. All right. So I'm just giving you the homework for you. Okay. Now, if you go back to the Postgres database one more time, Azure Postgres Flexi Server, Flexible Server. If you go here, now what else are required for you? You require Azure Virtual Network. Azure Virtual, I'm just giving you homework. Let's assume you have a resource group and a virtual network ready. Okay, let's assume you have, because most probably these two components you will be prepared with already. Okay, you don't need to provision these two every time. You will decide this particular thing. One is dev, SIT, and pre-prod in production in real time also. So you don't need to worry. But when it comes to the subnet, especially as of course this is the thing exactly, you need a separate resource section. Okay, just create one module for this one team. How to create a module for this one? I will show that. Next one is the private DNS zone is another module, and the final one is the private DNS zone, what for virtual networking. Total 1, 2, 3, 4. Total 4 things you need to create. Okay, assuming resource group and VNet is already there, we will use the existing components. Okay, now for example, when it comes to the Azure RM subnet, right team, you just come here, you just type subnet here. There you can go there and refer that one team. Okay, Azure subnet, you can go for the module. Okay, simply go for the module team. Don't copy from here. Don't copy from here. You go to Azure RM subnet module. Okay, this is what the subnet thing exactly you are seeing. Okay, this is the thing exactly you are seeing there. Sorry, I think you are looking at the data resources. This is wrong team. You should look at the provisioning part. This is the provisioning part. If you just come here, this is the resource group code, not required. Virtual machine code, virtual network code, not required. But this is subnet code. This is required. Okay, just go there. Sorry, just go there. Copy this code team. This is the code exactly you require. Copy this one as it is. Copy this and just go back to your Visual Studio Code. Okay, I'm just coming here under the module section. I'm creating under the modules. I'm creating one more module called Azure-subnet. Okay, I'm creating one more module called Azure-subnet. Now go to the Azure-subnet. First thing is the main.ef. Okay, main.ef is the one exactly I'm just creating, and just paste the code. That's it. Now again the concept is same team. Whatever I just apply the similar concept, I'll go. So first and foremost thing, I'll just come here. So this is what exactly this subnet name, right? So where dot or subnet name. Okay, subnet name or something like that. So, and this is the subnet name is the one exactly you need to define under the variables. Just come here, create a one more variables dot tf. Okay, tf. Okay, just come here, variables dot tf. I'm just coming here. The first one again, you need to just refer some existing one. I think you just make a copy. Okay, that would be the easy one which you can easily clear it. Okay, I'm just going here. There, go for the variables. Okay, and coming to the main.ef, I'm just copying this particular subnet hyphen name. Just come to the variables and I'm just passing this particular thing. Okay, sorry, sorry. This is the subnet hyphen name, right? Copy this. Sorry, I think I placed it wrongly, team. Okay. All right. Okay, or something like that, team. Okay, this is the part exactly you should think about always. So ultimately, I'm just giving you the homework. Okay, please fill this one, and also I'm just giving one more. but don't touch this one. Okay, you don't need to worry, especially on this particular array. Okay, this array section you don't need to worry, just ignore, just keep these values as it is, and remaining things and all. See, this is wrong actually. This is a resource group name, right? Resource group name. Okay, again you need to create a variable under this module. You need to create one more module for the resource group, but please make sure you are aligning on the variables team. That would be the always best thing which you can do. For example, here I have used this is the PostgreSDB, right? Yeah, if you go there I've just used the RG name, right? Try to use this one, okay, similar one, so that it would be easy for you when you are passing the value. Of course, you can pass the different one also, just align resource group name, just same value. That would be the best case. Okay, nothing will happen. You can give the different values also, nothing will happen, team. Okay, all right, thank you for the session. See you in the next part.